Yeah, I'm Craig Holland, and I'm married to Jana Holland, and I'm also a part of the Hollands, and yeah, we're musicians together here in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
All right. Can you tell us about your early growing up years and where you grew up and
Sure.
um,
I grew up in Australia, um, lived there until I was young 20s, and my whole family's still back there. And I, like Jana, also grew up as a pastor's kid in a little country town, and in my young 20s decided to move over here um, with music in the back of my mind. I was playing music in Australia, and the kind of music I was into at the time was punk rock, and I was really into coming to the States and seeing a lot of the bands I had never seen before. So that kind of got me over here, and during that time met Jana, and I'm still here.
good.
Yeah.
Who were your mentors growing up? Spiritual and musical. Who did you like to listen to as a kid?
Yeah. My mentor, I guess my dad was a mentor growing up. But and a lot of the other pastors that were associated with my dad were mentors to me as a kid. And as I've grown into my own adult life, I would still view them as mentors in terms of that they formed me who I am. But I've also gone through a growing into myself and having to, I guess, not just take for granted the things that I was taught and probably believed kind of under the covering of my dad or other people, and had to have grown into that myself and figure out my own beliefs and my own thoughts a lot. So mentors in more recent years have just been probably friends, some close friends of ours that I've been able to bounce questions off, and my wife Jana, just really trying to figure out what I truly believe, you know. Musical influences have kind of been all over the map. I've had a lot of bands that I've liked, and I don't know if any musicians would be my mentor, but no.
So you listen to a wide variety of music?
Yeah, you know, punk rock is really, and hardcore is really what I grew up in. And I still like a lot of that music, but I've also had a lot of ethnic music as an interest, world music. So that's kind of always been interwoven, and a lot of indie rock and folk music, and pretty broad spectrum really. And I don't know where I got started on some of those influences, but I did. They just caught my ear over the years. And Australia is a very multicultural country, and so I think just growing up around other cultures, just, you know, hearing their music, that was the outward expression of their culture, was to hear their music at parties or events, and so it would always catch my ear, the different way they structure their music. As a musician, that would interest me. So, yeah.
Okay. Did you have any life molding experiences that you would like to share with us, either personal or group, which were pleasant or were difficult, but molded your thinking, music, Christian walk, or outlook on life? Or maybe, what has the Lord done for you? I'd like to share what the Lord has done for you.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I don't know that I have any significant moments in my life that have really molded me, but I feel like my life has just been kind of a journey of just trying to figure it out over a long period of time. I'm really struggling with a lot of things, and I don't feel like I haven't figured it out yet. I'm still wrestling with a lot of things and really trying to understand where I fit in to God's picture, and I know I'm loved and cared for, but figuring out how that really is real on a day-to-day level for myself is always a struggle. And I just have a lot of different background, the way I was raised and grew up, that I wrestle with, and I'm just trying to figure out. So I don't have a pivotal moment, but I know being married has been great in that it's really challenged me, and being a father, having two kids, has really made me probably challenge myself. Whereas if I wasn't married or didn't have children, I probably would have just continued living the way I did. Not that it was a bad lifestyle or anything, but just would have been okay with probably ignoring some things in my life, or I guess I'm more open now to being connected with others, and it's not all about myself anymore. It's, you know, I'll put aside some of my own agendas or wants to be connected to my family and to others around me.